bone structure. Yes, even here. Good bone structure. Now, how many people would look this good, almost bald? You might think me vain, but I honestly think I'm pretty. Yes, even without the hair. Absolutely stunning. Have you ever seen such a winning smile? It wasn't always there, you know? I think it's more beautiful today than before I got sick. I think it's because it's more real. It took a long time to learn to smile this way. A very long time. Maybe, just maybe, it was worth it. I did have some help, you know. You wouldn't believe what good friends I have. The best. Leukemia doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter whether you're old or young, rich or poor, or what the color of your skin is. It might hit the 1-year-old in your neighborhood or the beauty queen that you've always envied. Every 10 minutes, someone is diagnosed with leukemia, and there are 250,000 people in the United States living with leukemia. But Mariana is not just a number. She is the Bold and the Beautiful by J.J. Jason. When I was first diagnosed with leukemia, I thought it was the end of the world. Well, no, that's not quite true. At first, I just didn't believe it. Denial, my doctor called it. And then I went through the tragic heroin phase, I think. Romanticized it. But it's rather hard to feel romantic and beautiful when vomit is dripping from your lip. Sorry, it's just true. There's just not that much romantic about hospital visits and chemotherapy treatments and needles and a churning stomach. It's not even a pleasant experience. What a euphemism. What a joke. We're given terms like, oh, this might cause a bit of discomfort, or you might experience some slight queasiness. The truth is, you're wrenching your guts out, and your insides are on fire, and you've never felt closer to hell. It's not discomfort! That's what they tell you so you don't get all freaked out before you go in. It's a little like saying, now Mariana, we're gonna hit you with a sledgehammer numerous times. You might experience some discomfort. Sorry, maybe I'm being a bit harsh in the medical profession, but I'd rather have known straight up what to expect. I would have felt more prepared and less betrayed. Yeah, I know. They want to keep all the feel-good endorphins flowing as long as possible. Because when the cold reality sets in, and you're throwing up while your hair is falling out in clumps on the floor, as you're hugging a toilet or drooling over some steel bedpan, there's very little chance of producing anything that makes you feel good. Now, Miss Mariana, how are we feeling today? I don't know about this wee business, Nurse Happy Pants. I'm feeling terrible. I'm puking my guts out and have no hair left on my head. Yeah, too bad Miss Junior Pageant can see me now, huh? Your color is looking good. I look green. Puke green. How about some nice breakfast, scrambled eggs and jello? No thanks. My last breakfast was just mopped to the floor by a patient custodian with no sense of smell. Sorry. Maybe it really wasn't that bad. It just felt that bad. Really, the people here care. It's just that you feel so helpless. Like nothing is any longer your control. When I was in beauty pageants in my early years, I always felt so in control. Representing the coastal band is Miss Marianne Marveau. Her hobbies are building playgrounds for underprivileged neighborhoods and visiting the elderly. She plans to double major in home economics and political science after bringing about world peace and launching a career as a film star. Always in control. But the illness steals so much from you. Not just the way you look, but your confidence and the ability to just jump back automatically. It steals your faith. It steals you. Now, I must say that former beauty queens do have a bit of pride in their appearance, and this was a tough one for me. Yeah, I know that about inner beauty being more important than outer beauty, but you to tell that to the skinny, bald-headed chick who can't get a date for prom. Yeah, this makes it really hard, huh? I guess I got kind of wimpy for a while. That's what my friends say, at least. My true friends. They just didn't understand it, though, when I said that I couldn't bear to go back to school. It's not that anyone was cruel to me. They felt sorry for me. I couldn't stand the looks of pity and being treated like every day was my last. I wanted to scream. Even the teachers treated me like I was about to break. They gave me extra time for assignments, even when I didn't need it. Well, all but one, Miss Jensen. She gave me extra work. Now, Mariana, if you're sitting around in waiting rooms all day, you might as well be listening to books on tape. Here's 6. With the time you are laid out on the table, you can listen to them all in 1 week. You're not doing anything else. Might as well be listening to great literature. I must say, even in my estimation, and as independent as I wanted to be, her expectations were pretty high. Then one day, after a particularly tough chemo session, I couldn't take it anymore. My family was sympathetic. They had seen how hard it was on me, and they didn't push me. A week passed, and Miss Jensen showed up at my house. I was sitting in the living room watching something on TV. Now, Mariana, you will not be sitting around here and not learning. I just forbid that. You could at least be coming to half a day. You what? You forbid it? What is your problem? This is not your life. This is my life. You are not the one with leukemia. You are not the one puking through chemo treatments and having your hair fall out. You come talk to me when I understand how I really feel. I'm not going back, and no one is going to tell me what to do. You have no idea what it's like to be me right now. Get over yourself and back off, lady! I wanted to slap my hand over my face and stop the words from coming out. But it was too late. Miss Jensen stood very still and looked a little odd. She nodded and walked out. I didn't sleep very well that night. I felt bad for what I had said to Miss Jensen. She had always been the one teacher who believed in me, who always pushed me to be my best, always expecting my highest potential. Yeah, I felt bad. 3 days passed. Suddenly, everyone stopped calling. I figured they had all forgotten about me and moved on with their lives. And I considered it just as well. Then the doorbell rang. I was sitting in the living room, watching TV. I walked toward the door, opened it, and there, in my front yard, were dozens of my classmates, standing there. On my front porch were my 2 best friends and my teacher. They were wearing scarves on their head. Slowly, they removed them. Under the scars were freshly shaved scalps. They were entirely bald. Miss Jensen stepped forward and took my hand. You were right, Mariana. We can't judge how you are feeling, and we had no right to do so. We want you to come back to school because we miss you, Mariana, and we don't want you to feel alone. I started to cry. They were bold as eagles on my front porch, of their own free choice, so I wouldn't feel alone. I told you I have the best friends. Now, I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that appearances are not everything. I've always known that, even while I wore a crown on my head. I've always known that inner beauty is more important. That even when you know that you are truly beautiful and more than brave, it means the most to know that you are loved. And sometimes that makes you feel